must be nice to be a Vanarama National League team with 40 million in the bank and the biggest stadium the world has ever seen, and over 100,000 lovely peasants, plebs, valued customers. Yes, visit our games on a weekly basis. We love them.
Don't ask me how I fit them all in the stadium. You won't like the answer.
Look, you may be asking yourself, Mister, how can you gather 140,000 people in a tiny town in the north of England with a population of 37,000? Well, my lovely viewer that likes to ask annoying questions and is definitely not gonna annoy me. I'm totally calm. It's simple. I have gathered the mighty army of world-class Spartans via this little red button at the bottom of the screen. Yes, it's totally legit, and we totally have this many soldiers in our ranks. See? Look, there's the proof. Anyways, if you want to contribute and bring out that number to a lovely, let's say 150,000, because that's what our capacity is, Tony's bank account will be absolutely grateful. Anyways, attendances are great, staff are great, and most importantly, the players are not bad. And with that, we are ready to take on Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney in the Vanarama National League. After an easy season in the Vanarama National North League, which saw us promoted without going too crazy with our finances, the experts have predicted us to finish 20th. And you know what? That makes sense. You know, at the end of the season, we confirmed a few kind of interesting signings, but at the end of the day, there was nothing to write home about. I'll only mention Nathan Dunn, as I think he has the potential to be a very important player for us. He was playing in America on an amateur contract, and he spent the whole last year rejecting my offers. The man apparently thought that Michigan Wolves are more appealing than Blyth. Whereas Michigan Wolves, honestly, you take the pick, which is better? Not sure. Eventually, upon securing promotion, he thought they were in fact a cool team, and he joined us. And just as Mr. Cook shut the door on Colin's career last year, Nathan did the same to Joe. But yeah, looking through the Dream 11 for the league, you will not find a single Blyth player there. So, we need to do something fast. I tried to tempt Mullen away from doing these documentaries, but apparently we weren't as exciting, which kind of highlighted a massive problem. We may have infinite money, but it's almost as if no one knows about it. Despite all that, we recruited quite well in the summer. We brought in Dylan Berry to replace GSK as our main goalkeeper. The streets won't forget.
They have in fact forgotten about him. I'd forgotten about him when I was editing.
Yeah, and we unfortunately had to replace our wonderful pairing from last year in McNall and Josh Scott with some younger, and frankly, more talented players. Jaden Smith and Caleb Chukwukameka came into the squad bringing in pace and much better technicals as they formed a beautiful partnership with one of our own, Mr. Zacharias Mester. Jaden Smith had an electric start to the season as he scored a debut hat-trick for the club against Maidstone, and kind of fast-forwarding forward, the man scored 22 goals in 28 appearances. He was incredible! I am a tactical genius.
And I'm also a transfer genius, not a tactical genius.
Anywho, towards the end of the season, he became somewhat of a victim to our later signings. No spoilers. But he was always the guy that we could call upon to do some cool stuff and get the goal from the bench. Thanks to his incredible pace and finishing, it was always a scary sight when you see him get up from the bench at the 80th minute. And you know what? Let's shout some praises for our boy Mester. I said last season that we might forget about him. We in fact have not, as the young man got plenty of game time as a target forward as he contributed 15 goals, 9 assists in 36 appearances, which I'm incredibly happy with. He may not have exploded into the scene I was out of hoped, but he's still 17, so there's plenty of time. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, what did I expect? Did I expect like 100 goals a season? Did I expect a Holland? Mate, not with that determination. After a very solid start in the league, I was itching to spend our cash. We have crazy amounts of money, but no one wanted to come here. We needed to be smarter. We needed to start recruiting the old legends with decent reputation, and maybe, just maybe, people would finally take notice of Blyth. And notice they did. What started with 1 or 2 decent old players at the end of their careers quickly snowballed into some stupidly incredible signings. Prepare yourself, for this will be a very long list as we had a very busy autumn and winter. We first bring in Scott Malone, who was a championship level player and our first proper big wage signing. Well-rounded and perfect for our narrow tactic, he would slot right into our team and would be the first signal that we weren't afraid to pay for class. Theo Walcott and Aidan McGiddy. The duo came in to improve our attacking ability, and despite their age, they were both class enough to show the youngsters how to get things done. Denis Kulyakov and Andrei Totovitsky. The Ukrainian mad lads signaled that we can also scout from outside the UK, and they instantly improved our right back and centre mid positions. I have loads of time for good old Totovitsky, as he was a hardworking man in the midfield doing the running for our old boys. I hope he stays for a few years, as I think he'll be a regular starter for at least a few more seasons. Moving on to the incredible yet insanely old internationals, Jeremy Menes and Fabio Quagliarella. Jeremy Menes and Fabio Quagliarella. Jeremy Menes and Fabio Quag... Fabio Quag...
Quags.
Between them, they have just over 10 pace, but they bring extreme quality in their technical and mentals and should do wonders on making us be noticed in the leagues. Quagliarella,
hey, that's pretty good.
Started the brightest after becoming the highest earning player at the club. In his first game against Walsall, he had the perfect debut as he scored 3 goals and got a 10.0 rating. And I thought, that is it? This is where our ascent in the leagues begins. We have a Serie A level player scoring 3 goals a game, cheat coding his way to League 2. Yeah, unfortunately someone called Quags washed up in a game against Colchester, to which he responded as a very calm and collected and responsible man, and he elbowed the man in the face, and getting a straight red card. Not smart. And finally, a signing that I'm very, very, very excited about. This seemed impossible. Surely, there is no way a player of this class would drop so low and play for us. Today, I am excited to announce that Blyth Spartans have signed a 29-year-old Iceland international on £26.5 thousand a week for 2 years, and his name is Runar Alex Runarsson. I don't know about you, but this is probably the best player to have ever played in the Vanarama National League. He's miles better than any other keeper, and wow, I'm very excited to have this level player. This is why I do the save, and I thought, that's it. That is where we peak. There is no possible way we can top this. That is until I noticed who else was still available to sign as a free agent. I am about to secure the signing of an actual Premier League level player. If I click this button right here, there is no going back anymore. This signing will propel us directly, do not pass go, straight to the Premier League. Oh my god, forget what I said about Runar, ignore that last part, I might even cut it out in editing. It is this guy, that is the best player to ever graced the Vanarama national pitches. After giving him every single bonus, appearance fee, keys to the city, my collection of Starbucks cups that I have plenty of, I am the same one, Boston, I'll show you the next one next time. Fred is officially a Spartan. What a signing! He instantly makes his mark as he scores the goal of the season for the club against Notts County from like 100 meters away. Okay, look, not 100, but I'm excited, and that is, to be fair, quite far. I'm still a little giddy of having him in the club. I mean, his work rates, pace, finally address our issue with aging legs in the midfield, and to be honest, we can just change our formation to having Fred alone in the midfield and play a totally balanced and completely reasonable 4-1-5. Who's gonna stop us now? To round up the transfer portion of this episode, which has gone on for about 10 years, I'm sorry, there's a lot of signings, let me introduce you to 3 more signings, and they will be very important when I continue the save, because we have signed a championship duo that has prompted a little bit of a tactical reshuffle, turning a back 4 into a back 5. Sam is an exciting signing because he finally gives me that quality option for white centre back with some incredible technicals, mentals, and physicals. Whilst his counterpart Liam isn't as defensively solid, he does allow us to send the marauding Malone further up the pitch without worrying about his aging legs tracking back. The final man I want to focus on, I've actually mentioned in this video. Roll the tape.
Look, I tried to tempt Mullen away from doing these documentaries, but apparently we weren't as exciting, which kind of highlighted a massive problem.
He may not have wanted to join then, but he definitely does now. Paul Mullen is officially a Spartan.
Yeah, the signing wasn't at all required, but come on, I just wanted to stop Wrexham from challenging us, and the man of his quality, he must play for us. I want him, I have the money.
And to be fair, he scored 14 goals in 9 games for us. Let me cook, I know what I'm doing. Well, we can take a break now. After signing a whopping 25 people since getting into the Vanarama National, we have finally managed to turn the league dream into our own. Damn it, Broadhead, why'd you have to ruin this? You know what? I'm gonna sun you too. So, how did this impact our finances? The overall balance remained positive and we made roughly 20 million more from last year, bringing up our total to £62 million. The gate receipts increased slightly from last year as we made 52 million instead of 44, and we saw increases in every single stat apart from match day income somehow? Not sure why, but let's move on. What is this graph? Oh my god, it's exactly how I envisioned it. Just take a look at our wage expenditure graph. Oh my, this is absolutely amazing. This is exactly the sort of thing I was dreaming about since the last episode. This year, our salary per annum dwarfed all National League teams, but by a factor of 5. Unless you Bath. Oh, poor Bath. Turns out it's even stupider than I thought because our wage budget would actually be 17th or 18th in the championship. Oh my god, this is my favorite save of all time. I love it. But yeah, just like I said, we snowballed immensely after November as players became tired of not playing and would literally accept a paycheck from anyone. I think the only issue we have here is that our projections are slowly becoming a bit worrying as we're expected to flatten out, and by the end of the 2025-2026 season, we're expected to start our descent into losing money, but hopefully by then we'll be more self-sustaining. I mean, we currently own a stadium that earns us 55 million a year, so it shouldn't be that hard. Although, I can't wait for next season where I'm going to tell you guys that I went broke trying to sign Cristiano. He's still didn't get back to me. I need to text him again. Right, let's finish this video with the end of season review. As you can imagine, with the quality of the players we had, the league was a guarantee. Bizarrely enough, Fred didn't win signing of the season, but instead, it was given to Caleb. In terms of importance to the team, I'm going to actually say something crazy. I totally agree with this call. In a season where we signed 6 massive internationals capable of playing in the cam role, it was this kid that was the best. He was our link between the midfield and the attack. Whilst he was more prolific when he played up front, I had the feeling that the whole team played better with him in the cam role. And unfortunately, this is one of those things where sadly I don't have the numbers to prove it, but I just have a feeling from watching him play, so you're gonna have to trust me on that. A surprise package this year was Aiden McGiddy. The old man showed some skill from midfield with 10 goals and 8 assists in 21 matches, which for a man his age is very not bad. I mean, the disappointment of the season goes to Quags as he only scored 9 goals in 50 games. Don't forget he scored 3 goals in his first game, so kind of weakens the numbers a bit. But I really can't expect an old man to do it all for us. Whoa! Whew! That was close. Fred didn't achieve anything crazy this season as he didn't get like the highest rating or had the most distance covered, but you know what? He made me happy, and that's its own award. We stormed the league as we set records for most points and most wins in a season. We only lost 1 single game after the winter, and that was bizarrely against the worst team in the league, Oxford City. Don't ask me how, I have no clue. We made it 1 step further in the FA Cup as we made it to the 3rd round, losing to Middlesbrough. After not caring about last year's FA trophy, I still don't care about it. Nope, don't ask me, nope. It was awful. No, leave me alone. I'm not gonna say anything. We lost in the final, okay? You happy? Against Dartford, who are in the league below us, after dominating the game, after going 2-0 up. Yes. Can I move on now? I have no clue how we're only the original team in terms of reputation. But the game isn't being entirely realistic after the signings we did. We should have been higher. I mean, you may say that these signings are also in fact unrealistic, and to which I say, take this present away for questioning the almighty Tony. Our lineup has been updated with a new tactic and is really outdated, so instead I will just show you my actual tactic with my final squad. So this is how we lined up towards the end of the season. Starting from the front, we had the trio of Mullen, Mestre and Chukwuemeka, where Mestre was the focal point, knocking balls onto Mullen or Caleb to run on and do their magic. Moving back, we have an interesting combo of Malone playing an inverted wingback role to cover the marauding Ukrainian Toto. On the other side, we have Fred and Coyle, who is another signing, by the way, another championship level player. Look at him, he's quite good, I forgot to mention. We had a lot of players to cover, okay, I'm sorry. Finally, moving back, I had Lindsay as a wide centre-back rock on the left, Don as the ball-playing defender in the midfield, and Byram doing Byram things as the wide centre-back on attack. To wrap up this video for next season, we have some interesting objectives. Some are quite obvious, like we want to have possession, have attacking and high-tempo football, and basically just entertain the fans. And to be fair, this is MrSpaceman's forte after all, so that has to be expected. You know, there's a level of expectations that I have to keep here. You want the fans to come to Blyth, be entertained while it's raining, make sure the fans are having an awful day because their team is getting outplayed by a non-league side with Fred in it. Yeah, they want that. We're also expected to work within our budget, which kind of makes sense. You know, we have silly money and we surely can't spend it all. Oh, wait a minute. That's exactly what the board wants. Tony wants me to spend the original transfer budget. What a crazy man.
Is there some tax write-off that I don't know about?
Anyways, so I'm officially launching a 66 million bid pound on Jesse Lingard to see what he says. Well, that didn't work. back to the drawing board. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm having a blast with these signings and I hope you are too. This save is fun. I think it's one of those saves where it's just stupid fun. You know, you come and you play, you look at the players you can sign, you keep going by world reputation and see if you can get better and better and better players and eventually kind of work up to some better players. It feels less cheaty than just giving yourself a quadrillion pounds, but at the same time, you know, it's also cheaty because I used FM editor. So yeah, hit the like button if you think Fred is just the beginning and subscribe to this channel for more silly and stupid videos like this. Hopefully next season we can build in a silly transfer window and go a step further, but for now, have a nice day and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.